Well, hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another exciting iteration of DMV Sports Media live on YouTube. This is LAI FC taking on the Virginia Dream FC at Bryant High School in Alexandria, Virginia. I'm Noah Walker, your host today on what should be an exciting match. Keep an eye out for the weather. We certainly will be. There's storms in the area. We can hear the distant thunder, see the distant lightning, but as of now, this match will play. Looking to get this one started with haste, given the weather conditions. Right now, weather is favorable. That could change in an instant, but we are committed here at DMV Sports Media to bringing you all the best matches, rain or shine, and we proved that last night. Under the elements, we saw two matches. One up in Baltimore was Team United falling by a score of 4-0 against Boley's Athletic, who are sailing very much in form. Boley's Athletic, they picked up some new additions. Ben Stitz certainly made his debut known to the league. A hat trick capped off by a half-field shot led Boley's over Team United in Super Soccer League Virginia Conference. It was Blazers making a statement win against North Stars. North Stars could have secured playoff positioning with a victory, but it was all Blazers last night. 3-0 was the scoreline, leaving that fourth playoff spot here in Virginia wide open. Tonight it is a story of top and bottom on the table. Virginia Dream, as predicted, are top of the table, narrowly followed by Los Toros. LAIFC had a tough start to their campaign, losing in consecutive weeks 4 times. But last week, they pulled off a huge win against Alexandria United. 4-3 was the scoreline. And of course, now they'll feel is their time to keep that momentum going. Let us know where you're watching from. Of course, we'll be checking our chat as best we can. Welcome, Random Aussie. Our crew getting things ready and underway. Got a little worried there that maybe we wouldn't be playing, but looks like we will get this one off. Bear with us. Got inclement weather bearing down. We're going to do our very best to bring you this broadcast as best we can. Don't anticipate any normal features like instant replay, but certainly we will keep the live broadcast coming as long as the game goes. It is Virginia Dream playing right to left, wearing their pink tops, black bottoms. LAIFC will play left to right, wearing their all black. And here we go. It's Virginia Dream starting us off on the ball. Akinkuye lets it go. Now Zhu making his return to the side. The veteran Kevin Zhu. I haven't seen him as much this season, but he's been a crucial part of this Virginia Dream side since their inception. Sent outside to Giron. Giron sends it right back across to Zhu. Now trickles through somehow. The shot taken. It's just wide. The offside flag had gone, but Dream showing just how capable they are of getting forward, taking advantage of mistakes, and almost converting inside of the first minute. Let's talk about the lineups today. For LAIFC, Ahmed El-Sir will start in goal. Certainly a huge task for the young goalkeeper. El-Sir has spent time with North Stars and Estudiantes in the past and has trained with Arlington, and now will feel he's ready for the test. In front of him, El-Sir will have Tony Alvarez, Josue Cruz, Alex Dallas, JP Kanashiro. Pause that for just a moment. Don't want to miss any of the action. LAI send it back. It's picked up really well by Alan Portillo, and Portillo, in true Virginia Dream form, has scored here early on. That's Portillo with the goal. LAI kicking themselves as they're stunned by Virginia Dream in the early stages of this one. That really could set the stage for what promises to be a strong start for Virginia Dream. 1-0 here at Bryant. It's a tough start for LAI, but they'll have to show character and bounce back strong. Not a good enough start if they want to have any chance here tonight against Virginia Dream. Rondon sends it back. Immediately the pressure is on, and the tackle comes in. We'll have a throw coming out for LAIFC. A moment for them to catch their breath. It looks like it's going to be taken from the ground, so a set piece lumped up field. Albrier finds Rendon, but Rendon couldn't hang on. Second ball contested. And Akinkoye able to send it back. This one's sent over. Virginia Dream not able to hang on that time. It's contested both ways here in the middle of the pitch. Rendon sends it back, gets the return pass, and back again. It'll be a throw on the near side. Here comes Jesse Kawasi. Excuse me, that was Jesse Boema. Good turn. Beal sends it down the line, wants the return pass. Won't get it, but Virginia Dream have a throw on the near side. Garun sends it in. It's straight up in the air. Still contested and out, but no corner kick to follow. This one had already traveled off of an offside player, so a kick to come for LAIFC. There's El Sear sending it in. It's lumped up field and easy enough for Zoo to deal with. Gets it off his feet just in time. Now Lynch will start the attack. Lynch finds Boema. Back to Lynch again. If you're just joining us, Virginia Dream playing right to left, wearing their pink tops, black bottoms. LAIFC, having conceded an early goal, are playing left to right, wearing their all black kits. The goal scorer for Virginia Dream was Alan Portillo, capitalizing on a bit of a mistake from LAIFC. We'll call it a forced mistake. Here's Zoo, sees something he likes. We'll send it up top. Beal gets the first touch to it. Now Portillo trying to play quickly, but couldn't connect with Edison Gueron. Rendon will look to start play. Sends it inside. Always a dangerous move against this Virginia Dream side. Smartly sent away. And Dream, by the feet of Jesse Boema, will keep it alive. Here's Gueron, sending it back. All the way to Lynch. Into the middle, what a turn there. O'Neal gives it to Gueron. Still going is Gueron, back to Boema. Just 6 minutes gone in this contest here. Dream already have the go-ahead goal. They want more, that's an errant pass. Just as quickly won as it is given away. Here's a turn from Portillo, sends it through. El Sear smartly off his line, able to get there ahead of Gueron and Nick Beal. Welcome to the chat, everyone. This one's sent forward. Good turn, O'Neal gives it back to Boema. Now Lynch. Plenty of time and space for Dream to start something off here. Here comes Giron, striding inside. Finds Akinkoye on the ground now. It's good ball movement from the Dream. Now Beal trying to thread the needle. Back inside, still contested. Still going is Ryan O'Neal right into, great turn there. Turn to no avail. Abdullawi gets it off his feet. It's sent in and now contested. Chavez, always dangerous Angel Chavez. Was in the vicinity, couldn't quite get a pathway to goal. Good block. Nick Beal thought he had a sight of goal. Welcome, welcome. Javino, welcome Mr. Crisanti. And welcome Josie Maimon. I know Josie Maimon here to support Nate Lynch. He's getting the start today for Virginia Dream. This one pops straight up in the air. It's not the cleanest touch out of the air. Robert and Ryan O'Neal happy to collect. Now Akinkoye back to Kevin Zhu. And forward. Here's Portillo. Trying the audacious, didn't come off. Alcier does enough. This is clever. LAIFC finding a little more confidence here, playing through the midfield, keeping this on the ground. Rendon. Oh, that's a good overlapping run. LAIFC, don't look now. Could be forward. That's certainly going to be a foul going against Jesse Boema. Ben-Hur Gebretsenes was the one who drew the foul. And that was the best sequence of play we've seen from LAIFC. They are standing up to the champions and inserting themselves into the game. I find it hard to imagine a scenario where LAIFC win this game, but still it's moments like those that show what this sport is about. Standing up and doing your very best, in spite of whatever you're playing against. It's lofted into the area by Pierre Cornell, now flicked away. Virginia Dream not having any trouble with that one. Here comes Chavez. Back to O'Neal. And Giron will cut inside. Sent over the top. Sent to the back post. Begs for a finish by Beal. Perhaps Beal not able to get it into the area he would have wanted, but still up for grabs. LAIFC knocking it around on the ground initially. We'll try one down the line, a little bit outside the range of Matty Wube. Abdullawi sends it back. Good turn there from Akinkoye. Ball skips all the way to the corner. Demands action. And that's a trip. O'Neal certainly thought he was going to be in. And it was a trip. It looks like no card. Surprising, but Dream will have a set piece in a dangerous area. Take a look at the replay. And that's a goal. We missed it, but we will show the replay. Great heads-up play there from Virginia Dream. And it's 2-0. That. Take a look at this one. Akinkoye saw the chance. Alcier didn't heed the warning. You have to check with the referee. Is it on the whistle? And get your defenders to stand in the way. LAIFC, despite their strong start, caught slipping, and it's a lesson learned the hard way. 2-0 is the score. We saw Akinkoye score another heads-up goal like that, almost identical earlier in the season against Esperion. And I can speak from personal experience as a goalkeeper. Those are the goals. You only give one away of that type before you learn your lesson. Certainly Elsevier, a hard lesson, and I feel for the young Elsevier. Been there myself. Just say that. This one's sent over the top. Dream will have plenty of time to restart the attack. Here's Kevin Zhu. Now O'Neal over to Jesse Bouma. Sent into the corner. And away. Abdullawi will sport the throw. Sent towards Nick Beal. Beal not getting the touch he would have liked. Still up for grabs. O'Neal making the initial challenge. Abdullawi has it back. Akinkoye will turn this upfield. Now lumped over the top. Sent back to Elsevier. Good defending there. Well, sent back, and that's a poor giveaway. Great finish, though. Nick Beal was clinical, took it off the defender's feet, and sent it in low past Elsevier, not giving the young goalkeeper any chance from that range. 3-0 is the scoreline here in the 14th minute. And business as usual for Virginia Dream. Virginia Dream still locked in a goal differential battle with Los Toros. So every goal can count at the end of the season. Don't want to allow Los Toros to find a way back into the season, or rather into the title race. And it comes from both sides being perfect for the duration of this season. Now sent forward. Brett's can't keep possession. Giron back to Akinkoye. Great turn there from Akinkoye. Still going like Akinkoye. We'll send it forward for Beal. Not the return pass he would have liked. And what can LAI say? Turn from this one. Matty Wube showing good control. Sends it back all the way to Elsevier. Elsevier living dangerously. And here we go. Nick Beal sends it in. Giron winds up. What a save from Elsevier. LAIFC almost the architect of their own demise again, but bailed out. Strong save from Ahmed Elsevier. Take a look at this replay. Good save. Strong hand from point blank range. Goal kick to come now. One out of the air by Abdullawi. Now Beal giving it back. And good goalkeeping. Elsevier off his line quickly. Sent into the midfield. Ube touches it down. Can't hang on to the touch. And now Giron will send it back. Akinkoye. Back over to Zhu. Zhu keeps this one on the ground. Now Bouma back. There's a booming ball upfield in the direction of O'Neal. O'Neal flicks it on, still going. Good physicality, O'Neal doing enough all by himself, but finally he was just one touch out for LAIFC to clear. There will be a throw on this near touchline. It's not quite LAFC, it's LAIFC. Live as imagined FC. Here's Niaza sending it forward, can't get it past Mediwube. LAIFC had a runner making that forward motion, but I don't know if there was a window to get him the ball. This one's sent back for Cornell. Deflected out. Here's Gebretzelays. Ben-Hur still working, showing off the skills and the agility. He brings something a little bit special to this LAI side. Angel Chavez, physical challenge over there. But we'll give away the throw in the tackle. It's back to Akinkoye. Now O'Neal. And pinged into the corner. What a ball. Angel Chavez, what can he do? Deemed to be in an offside position. And it will be a set piece for LAI. Sent down the line. Dream not given any window, and O'Neal will send it out. Cornell looking forward, finds Rendon. Quality tackle from Bouma. Here comes Beal. Beal threading the needle, but far too vertical. Elsear easily able to pick this one up. Here's Beal. Now LAIFC trying to find a way through. Clever little flick from Ben-Hur. But Beal could be on. Flag stays down. It's Nick Beal. 1v1. Takes it down well. Great save initially by Elsear. It was the only thing standing between Nick Beal and a fourth for Virginia Dream. But Elsear stands his ground and makes a strong save. Here's Rendon. Able to get the ball to the wide position. A foul will go against Bouma. Now lumped forward. Niaza will have to deal with this. Sends it back for Lynch. Lynch turning well. Hasn't had to make too many involvements, Nate Lynch, but was active and alert when called on. Now Dream looking forward. Good ball down the line. Here comes Angel Chavez, rounding the defender, taking the shot on. And what a goal for Chavez, showing off why he was your 2024 Golden Boot winner in the NPSL. What a return to form for Chavez, streaking down the line, completely taking the defender out of it. And then sending one over the goalkeeper from a narrow angle. 4-0 is your scoreline here in the 22nd minute. It's a class finish. Sitting down the goalkeeper and then lumping one in. And onwards we play. We do have a few more matches on the rest of the week. Tonight, this is the only fixture, but tomorrow it's Los Toros hosting Esperion at 9 p.m. live on DMV Sports Media. Doratus will go against Alexandria United. We saw a thrilling contest with points shared in that last matchup. Doratus and Alexandria United still competing for the same playoff positions. Both will still covet a third place. Doratus may have already secured some form of playoff spot, be it third or fourth place. But no doubt they will want to put an exclamation point on it. Alexandria still need to be clinical in order to reclaim one of those playoff spots. The door was left wide open by Blazers defeating North Stars last night. So that will be a matchup to pay attention to tomorrow at 9 p.m. Over the weekend, lots to look forward to. We have the start of the USL 2 on DMV Sports Media. We'll have Patuxent on Saturday evening. Ooh, that's a costly turnover out of the back. Giron will flick one into the corner for Chavez to go and get. Now sent across. Giron takes it out of the air. Second ball, shot and missed, and goal kick to come. In addition to the USL2 action, we have the USLW kicking off on Saturday and WPSL. We will have Arlington women's team playing on Saturday at 5 p.m. For those matches, we'll be using an alternate platform, so unfortunately won't be on DMV Sports Media YouTube, but we will certainly use our social media platform and YouTube to tell our fans how to get to these games. Oh, lovely back flick from Beal, sent across by O'Neill, begs for a finish, and the finish will come from Angel Chavez at the back post. Great creation from O'Neill and Nick Beal. Giron involved as well. Team goal, a fifth for Virginia Dream, and what a goal it was. Take a look at this delivery from O'Neill. Sent in initially by Beal and finished by Chavez at the back post. 5-0 is your scoreline. The rain's coming down to certainly make things from bad to worse for LAIFC. Here comes Beal, taking it to the end line, sends it across. Giron will get a touch to it. Well, sends one across the 18, the shot taken and sent all the way up to the outer reaches of the track. Goal kick to come for LAIFC, and a momentary respite for a game that's getting a little bit ugly. I'm going to look at the chat now from time to time because there's not a whole lot going on in this game. Max Shevchenko says, does Dream play in UPSL? Yes, they do. Dream plays 3 leagues. They play, of course, in the Super League. They play in the UPSL, and they play National Premier Soccer League. They kicked off a couple weeks ago against Alexandria Rough Diamonds. A resounding 14-0 result. It was their first match in the NPSL, which of course is a National League. The EPSL, which is what you're asking, none of these teams play in. The only team in this area that I know of plays in the EPSL, I think, is Nova FC. Assuming they still do. But the EPSL rebranded as the APSL and is selling themselves. We'll come back to that thought. This is Ben-Hur looking for a shot, takes one, and does find a corner kick. Finally a set piece for LAIFC. the APSL, which is the former EPSL, is rebranding as a national consortium of leagues. So EPSL, as it was the Eastern Premier Soccer League. So that is East Coast. There's Mid-Atlantic. There's the New England Conference. There's New York, Delaware River. I may be getting the names wrong, but that's the general geography of it. But now it's supposed to include other regions. This is sent in. Dream able to deal with it. I can't speak to the veracity and authenticity of if it's a national league or not, but I know that's what they're purporting to be. That's what they're claiming to be. Certainly NPSL and UPSL have a little bit more of a claim to being like a unified structure where they control every conference, but I think that's the direction in APSL is trying to head. The difference between UPSL and NPSL, obviously, UPSL plays fall and spring. It's generally a higher barrier to entry for NPSL, and it's supposed to be a higher level of play. And that one is just one season, just a spring, summer. I guess it's technically summer, but it starts and has started here in May. This is Akinkoye for the Dream, sending one forward. Great little dummy there from Giron. Now O'Neal receiving the pass from his midfield. Beal tries to turn, can't find any daylight. Now Pierre Cornell will send it outside. Chavez putting a hard tackle in, giving away the foul. It will be a set piece for LAIFC. NPSL, if you want to think of it, comparable in level to USL2. Of course, USL2 a little bit higher by most regards, but there's no real clear rule. There's definitely teams within NPSL that can beat a lot of the USL2 teams, and even teams within UPSL that can beat the brakes off of some NPSL and USL2 teams, but generally that's how it's regarded. I can tell you that USL2 is the most expensive far and away of all the options I've discussed thus far. I know I'm giving you a little bit more than you bargained for, Max, but trying to find something to talk about. My hands are a little wet right now, holding my umbrella. So I'll try to check the chat in a moment once I can use my fingers. The rain's certainly fallen here. Lynch will turn this around. It's Niaza now carrying forward. Now Boma back to Niaza. Here's Giron. LAIFC doing well enough to win the ball, but could not keep it from going out of bounds. Giron quickly sending it in for O'Neal. That's the tackle. Matty Wube sends it inside. Pocket picked initially by Portillo. Giron couldn't quite get it back. And we will have a switch now. Depends how you define amateur. Some of these leagues are also purporting to be semi-professional. Meanwhile, JP Kaneshiro will step on for LAIFC. He's an electric player. Kaneshiro trying to make things happen and solidify this LAIFC side. We've had some problems today. The leagues I've discussed, I mean, USL2, because they're so expensive to join, because so many MLS players have come through the system, you have to say, in that regard, that's the highest amateur league. It's a lot of Division I college players because it's a summer-based league, but they also have some strange territory rights kind of thing, so they're not allowing some teams to join. Like, for instance, this Virginia Dream side would certainly be a team that's capable both on their off-the-field operations. You know, they could manage the finances and can certainly compete, but cannot, to my understanding, join the USL2 because of the territory rights of Nova FC and Marauders. There's a lot of politics behind it as well. but that would be my case. But again, that's not a traditional amateur league in that it's not fall spring. It's a summer league. It's right there alongside NPSL, and now the League for Clubs has come on the scene. The League for Clubs is providing a strong alternative to USL2 and the NPSL. It's a lot of former disgruntled NPSL clubs who want to find a way to set high thresholds, give clubs a platform to continue beyond the standard amateur game, but not have to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars in fees every couple of years, especially as an initial franchise fee. And that's what you have to do for the USL2. This one's sent into the corner. Chavez making life difficult. The back pass sent away just in the nick of time by El Sear. Boy, Nick Beal was bearing down. But I have to give commendation to what the UPSL have done in terms of making a national structure accessible and unifying it, and then, of course, their social media. There's drawbacks to each and every one. There's some bottom-of-the-table clubs in each of the league, especially in UPSL and NPSL, that kind of call into question the standards. I'll leave it at that. The 14-0 scoreline we saw in the beginning kind of detracts from the seriousness. And you have that, unfortunately, in any of the leagues, because they don't, aside from the financial barrier, there isn't exactly like a promotion or merit-based barrier to entry to any of these leagues. To speak of, and it is very difficult because of the disjointed nature of U.S. soccer to institute those barriers to entry, because then your opponents can just pick off other teams and make the money. And it does tend to be that kind of game. For those who have tuned in, sorry, I'm turning this into more of a podcast, a one-man podcast than a broadcast commentary, but you've given me my soapbox, you've given me my avenue to speak, so that's what we're doing here. This will be a throw on the far touchline. Comes the dream. Chavez did well initially. Ooh, the clearance, not a good one. Here's Giron cutting it back. It's Akinkoye. What can Akinkoye find? Brilliant pass for Giron. Giron showing off his control. Has Portillo. And back to Boma. Certainly a slick has developed down there on the pitch. Now back to Niaza. Niaza sends one into the corner. Here's O'Neal. Sends one forward. El Sear gets a touch on it. Still not fully cleared, and that is another good save from El Sear. LAIFC struggling to get the ball out, though. Kinkoye will cut back inside. Here's Abdullawi. Throw to come on the far side. Ooh. Another throw on the far side. Yeah, absolutely. You could argue it's because of the college, but it's a chicken and the egg kind of situation there. I mean, obviously, USL2 didn't develop the players because they're already playing in Division I college. They already came through whatever youth program or academy they came through. So I don't think that's the claim so much, but the argument, of course, is they are playing there in the USL2. They are choosing to play there, the young players anyways, and so that's why I would say it's one of the strongest amateur leagues. Oh, this is sent forward. Chavez did well initially to control, but deemed to be in an offside position. NPSL, though, I question some of the things within the structure, but it's undeniable. The quality of the teams here, especially in this Mid-Atlantic Conference, at the top anyways, Virginia Dream, Ristosi FC, District Elite, and DMV Elite. Two different teams. I know it's confusing, but those are some top-level clubs. Alexandria Reds, they have a massive youth organization and MLS Next program, and they also field a really strong NPSL program year in, year out. I think most of those teams can compete at the USL 2 level in any conference. Would love to see the matchup, Virginia Dream against, say, Christos or Lions Bridge. I think the world deserves that kind of matchup. Or Virginia Dream. We already saw them against the Annapolis Blues. This one was sent back to Lynch. Good defending. It is going to be a foul. Lynch pushing through the contact, and onwards we play. We saw Virginia Dream match up against Annapolis Blues, and I think that's a good benchmark for a team that was in NPSL last season, now is going USL 2, and it's interesting to see, and will be interesting to see how Annapolis fares in USL 2, just to kind of gauge the crossover between the two leagues. Annapolis Blues were far and away one of the better teams. At a time, they were the best team in NPSL in this area anyways, but Virginia Dream, in a lot of ways, supplanted them. They beat them in the regular season. Annapolis Blues were the regular season champions, but Virginia Dream able to knock them off in the finals at Navy Marine Corps Stadium last summer. And Virginia Dream were the champions of the NPSL Mid-Atlantic. But it will be interesting to see how Annapolis Blues fare. Annapolis Blues do a great job. I mean, they have millions, over $1 million in their backing. They have individuals who have stake in other minor league organizations. I think Beckerman, if I'm not mistaken, from the U.S. national team, former U.S. national team, has a stake in the club. And so it's not a standard club that just has willed their way to building a fan base. They didn't start from zero, but it will be interesting to see how they compete on the field against the USL 2 teams. Here's Portillo winning it back. Now Boma sending one to the backside. A bit too difficult for Giron to judge. Slick, that's developed. Not making things any easier. Goal kick to come. I think the dream of every footy fan at this level is to get a competition somehow where the best teams are playing the best teams and there aren't teams getting spanked 14-0 in the conference. That is the dream, but it's inherently difficult in the system as it is. It's basically a capitalist system, and I'm a fan of capitalism, but I just think the way that it is, a whole bunch of competing leagues, organizations going against one another, it makes it very difficult to retain teams. Well, this was taken down well. Giron still going, takes the shot on, heroically defended. Corner kick to come. Does make it difficult to keep all the good teams in one area and keep out the bad teams. There's no unified structure dictating the standards. Teams can go where they please. Money and other factors become more prescient than performance on the field. Money in politics. The hope, right, is one of the newer leagues, i.e. League for Clubs, just as an example, would be able to change that. But I think there's nothing new under the sun, and I'm cautiously optimistic. This one whiffed by everyone. The square ball doesn't find any Virginia Dream takers. Dream still on the ball. Good challenge to get it out. The question came, is there still a championship match between Super Soccer League Maryland and Super Soccer League Virginia? Yes, there is. Good question. We're doing what we can in our little quadrant of the world. Super Soccer League, of course, we're not purporting to be anything other than what we are, and we're a regional league. Maryland, Virginia, we're trying to get the best teams we can together. So teams don't have to travel too far, can get the best live streaming coverage for every game. And ideally, we'd put together a conference where we have the best teams. Right now, yes, there will be Super Cup final. As we've seen the last couple seasons, it's ended up Virginia Dream and Steel Pulse. That certainly is possible to change this season because Boley's Athletic is a strong team that has been making waves up north and very well could supplant Steel Pulse. A lot to determine. Here's Matty Wube sending it back. The shot taken, the shot whiffed. Great connection between Ben-Hur and Matty Wube. The best chance of the night for LAI FC. Ironically, Boley's Athletic, who have been really playing well, played last night, won 4-0, are captained and founded by a goalkeeper who has played for Virginia Dream in NPSL and UPSL action. Austin High doing a great job on building that club, and we anticipate they will be a powerhouse in the Super League and beyond. But they just picked up some big names, Ben Stitz, among other big-time performance. And it's going to take those big names for Boley's to compete with Virginia Dream and even to supplant Steel Pulse. A good ball through. Ryan O'Neill looking, finding the pass, and another save from Ahmed El Seer, parried wide. Chavez a little shaken up. And we'll get back on his foot. It's going to be a corner kick to come. There's the delivery into a good area. Dream raised well. The follow-up shot put over. Another goal kick to come. Nisa is, for all intents and purposes, done. And they actually may be done. Nisa, that was a league, professional Division III league that had all the promise initially, but none of the follow-through, none of the management. There's some great players, though, that have come through Nisa, some great clubs. I'm thinking Detroit City, who now play in the USL Championship. Oakland Roots also found their way through Nisa, but in the end, the best clubs left. Chattanooga went over to MLS Next, I believe that's where they went. Could have been USL 1, I'm not 100% certain. But in any case, Nisa's done, and so maybe something will develop to replace them at the Division III level. We have got an offside decision. Dream will play from the back. Would be great to replace the politics, but obviously it takes more than kind of hoping and wishing. I'm always a realist. Incentive drives behavior, right? So we can't just say, take the politics out of the game. We have to find some way, be it, being a credible organization, being a person, being a group of individuals who are trustworthy and the top clubs want to work with. That's part of it. There, of course, has to be incentive financially for clubs in order to make them want to join. You can't just say, hey, let's all work together and sing Kumbaya. It has to be a real business plan that makes sense for the clubs. But yeah, there does have to be some goodwill that comes together, I think, for clubs to make this happen. I don't know. I'm still hoping that it can happen, and I still feel like I've got enough years left in my involvement in this game to make an impact in some way in making that happen, but under no illusions that it will be easy. Obviously, there's plenty of other people who have come before, who have tried. I'd love to have a part. But stay tuned. I will say this. I can't speak entirely on everything that we've explored, but as far as DMV Sports Media and as far as the Super Soccer League administration, we have been having conversations with different organizations trying to figure out which horse to couple our carriage to, and we are trying to make this league something bigger, something for clubs that are able to use this as a platform to continue to perform at higher levels. It's always a work in progress, but I'll just say that. Stay tuned. There's more to come. Also, check out the DMV review. We'll be bringing that podcast back once Gio returns to the country. I'm going to probably egg him to put this as a topic. It's certainly something that should be explored a lot more, maybe in the proper forum. 5-0 is the scoreline here at half. Rain's still coming down. Seems the lightning has moved off, so in all likelihood the game will continue. I'm just going to keep this camera rolling all the way through halftime. I don't anticipate a long halftime. Max, in terms of the cost, each league entrance, APSL, NPSL, USL2, and UPSL, what is the reward for winning? I can give general ballpark numbers. As I said, USL2, most expensive. I did have the figures, but think, $50,000 or above for franchise fee, and then continued costs and expectations. You need a stadium, real locker rooms, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And those counts, those can easily end up with over $100,000 per year. Could be less, but I know that it can. Of course, those clubs that are incurring those fees should be able to create a revenue stream that puts money back into the club if they're investing that much into it, but that's the most expensive. Now, NPSL, that's in the tens of thousands for sure. I think definitely 20,000 or above per season, maybe 10,000 as a ballpark for franchise fee. I can't say if that's exactly accurate, but that's what you have to pay initially, and then there would be a seasonal annual cost, and you don't get that money back. It all goes towards it, and then there's the same kind of expectations in terms of broadcasts, stadiums, locker rooms. Now, when you get to UPSL, it's a little more interesting. UPSL, it's a smaller franchise fee, maybe say $3,000-$4,000, maybe $2,500 to $4,000, but there's a seasonal cost. And this is where I'm speaking kind of out of my what, but I know it's a few $1,000s. But then teams that do it the right way, that pay for the actual stadium for the whole season, that pay for locker rooms for the full season, that pay for live streaming, real live streaming, not just a dude with a cell phone, they end up incurring pretty substantial costs as far as amateur soccer is concerned, but far less substantial than USL2. But again, these are the clubs that do it the right way, that actually end up with a platform, that end up with real sponsors, and an avenue to take their players to a higher level. The problem with UPSL is they have those standards, but it's not always enforced. I mean, I can count on one finger the amount of actual locker rooms I've seen in all the games I've covered here in the UPSL, DMV, South and North. And pretty much it's just Virginia Dream. Other clubs do a good job of bringing out the really, really big tent locker rooms and other kind of accommodations. I will say also I haven't been down to Lynchburg or Grove. I think those clubs are potentially getting locker rooms, so I shouldn't say that it doesn't happen, but I know up here in the DMV it's very infrequent. Some clubs broadcast, some clubs don't. Some clubs say they're broadcasting, but I don't think a master hacker could find where the actual game is, so you have to question if it's actually being broadcast or what's happening on the back end. I don't know if teams are actually getting fined or not, but it's a little bit less enforced compared to the USL2 and I would imagine the NPSL. APSL, I can't speak on there. I think that's less cost than UPSL, and that's the draw, right, is the lower costs. But I don't ever see or rarely see the teams in this area streaming their games. It's not a knock. It's just the truth. We haven't worked with them because we're never contracted, so it leads me to believe they're not forced to live stream. It's a whole different area up in New York, New Jersey. There's some of the most historic clubs in the nation. I'm thinking Lansdowne and Yonkers, Pancyprian Freedom, Greek Americans, Hoboken, etc., etc. Now those clubs are serious. Those are some of the best, and all the respect, but it's just not the same down here. Even Christos and Nova, who do play in the APSL, the rosters that they bring out for those games is nothing compared to what they're able to field for the USL2. And it ends up a completely different ball game. So there is no easy way out, right? I mean, lower costs equals lower quality usually. Well, in any case, the rain's certainly falling down now. And here we go. $5-0 is the score. Oh, the rain's hopefully letting up a little bit. Still storms in the area. We'll keep you posted if any lightning happens, but it should be noted that if this match were to terminate after the described amount of time, the score would stand. This would count now as a victory for Virginia Dream. Oh, there we go. Really coming down now. I'm going to be holding on for dear life to my equipment, so sorry to everyone in the chat if I'm not able to check it out. My hands are going to be tied up. And here we go. Second half ready to get underway. Virginia Dream playing left to right. LAIFC will play right to left wearing all black. A miserable, miserable evening. But onwards we play. Ben-Hur sends it in. Back to Pierre Cornell. And immediately LAIFC not getting the start to that half they would have liked. Suboptimal conditions to say the least. There's O'Neal finding Portillo. Portillo gives it back to Akinkoye. Now Boema. Evan Zhu will keep it moving. Abdullahi for Chavez. Chavez still working. Angel Chavez giving this LAIFC fits. And we'll have a corner kick. The delivery sent low and away, not fully cleared. Boma puts it back in. The acrobatic attempt from Chavez doesn't yield any results. Still in the mix. And it will be a corner kick for Virginia Dream. Akinkoye, of course, will take. Comes the delivery into a good area. Miaza was there, but couldn't rise high enough. Now down the line, Abdullahi sends it inside. Here comes Nick Beal. Not his best ball. O'Neal keeping it in LAIFC territory. Here's Ryan O'Neal. Beal flicks it back. Clever little move from Beal, and LAIFC have to send it over the far touchline. Well, that's a poor throw. Rendon running through traffic, will thread the needle. And Kevin Zhu gets there in the nick of time, stopping that counterattack. Trickles all the way through to Rendon. Rendon immediately under pressure, goes down. Guilty party deemed to be Jesse Boma. And here we go. It's a miscue. Dream will happily oblige LAIFC with another attack. Here's Captain Kevin Zhu threading the needle, finding a good ball through, but another offside is the decision. A good decision, too. It was very touch and go. Nick Beal just behind the back line. It doesn't really need to go that early. I think Beal, if he just holds on to it a little bit longer, still fast enough, is still strong enough to get himself into those positions. He just holds the run a little bit longer. This one sent forward. Abdullahi takes it out of the air. And back. On the ground. It's deemed to be a set piece. It looks like the foul given outside the box. I didn't see this in real time. Handball going against Boma. Watch out for Ben-Hur standing over this one. No, they absolutely do. But what I'm saying is that's the games up there. Have you ever seen a Mid-Atlantic game streamed on YouTube? Join with it. Well, I'll just say this. We have had the conversations. This one's sent in. Oh, what a strike. It's still in the mix. What a hit from Ben-Hur. But no dice. LAIFC coming as close as they've come to the back of the net. Bounced off the crossbar and down, but just stayed out. Now will be a throw on this near side for Virginia Dream and company. I think some teams do stream in APSL, but I don't think it's a league-mandated thing, and I certainly don't think it's a common occurrence down here in the Mid-Atlantic Conference. Baltimore City FC, to their credit, do try to do it, but it's not really the same as the live stream production quality up in New York, New Jersey, and even in the New England Conference. I would venture to say not the same quality as the Super Soccer League. But then again, of course, I would back ourselves. I think we do very well. We've had the conversations with APSL, but what the issue tends to be, and this is not just us working with APSL, just going to use this as an example. It could be any two leagues trying to work together. Inherently, there's going to have to be some give in both. Oh, there's a good overlapping run. Chavez has to take this on, sends it in. Good save from Ahmed El-Sir. Great save, actually. Chavez denied from point-blank range. Ahmed El-Sir keeping the score at 5. The challenge tends to be how much are you willing to compromise, and you have to honor your constituents, right? And both want to be the one who's in control, if that makes any sense. And sometimes it's not even a question of ego. It's you have to represent your teams, and your teams don't want this other organization taking over control. This one's sent to the back post. Shot on the ground, well cleared off the line initially. Ahmed El-Sir falling on this ball. What a strike. And what a save. Defender doing enough to keep this out. Here's Akinkoye. Looking. Finding Ahmed Abdullawi. And oftentimes when leagues, quote unquote, want to work together, one wants to be the league that the others promote into. And for that to be attractive, you have to have a league that's worth promoting into. This one sent across. For instance, a Super League, a league we would like to promote into would, of course, be USL2 or even NPSL, maybe UPSL if there were any barriers to entry in UPSL or any of those leagues where teams couldn't just go and join anyways. For the APSL, I don't see any merit because the teams, most of our teams are better. Well, I'll say this carefully. There isn't a clear league that is one is better than the other. I don't want to offend anyone, and certainly there's some really strong clubs. As I mentioned, those teams up in New York, those are some of the best clubs in the nation. Make no mistake. But it's not necessarily the same here in the Mid-Atlantic. Nova and Christos are historic, incredible clubs, but they don't really field those kind of teams in the APSL. So I don't think you can really count that to their stock. Dream living dangerously, and we'll send it forward. It took a touch off the LAIFC man. There's Abdullawi. Now Portillo has his pocket picked. Akinkoye for Giron. Here comes Ryan O'Neal. Matty Wube in defense. It's sent to the back post and off the American football crossbar. Goal kick to come. Oops. And Ahmed El-Sir will lump this up the field. It's taken out of the air by Akinkoye. Now Abdullawi finding Nick Beal. Nick Beal pushing through the contact. Oh, he hit it well, but hit it right into a player. There's Matty Wube. He's been impressive today, moving LAI FC forward. This attack comes to naught. Dream will have a throw on the far touchline right around midfield. It's O'Neal. All the way back for Niaza. Now Zoo plays Boma, back to Zoo. Pinging it upfield. What a turn from Beal. Beal got a touch. LAIFC getting in there, having to put a flying tackle in. Ended up taking his own player out, but did enough to stop Nick Beal, who almost found himself in. We'll check on the down player. Oh, that is tough. Tough to see. It was a really harsh challenge from his own player. Amru Albreer is the player down. And we'll get some treatment now. We'll step off. Amru Albreer doing all he can today. Play will continue with a drop ball here. I promise you I will interview Mike Akinkoye after one of these games. It's not going to be today because, one, I'm sure he needs to, he wants to get home. He wants to get back to the warmth. But even if he didn't, I want to get back to the warmth. I'm cold, I'm hungry, I'm really wet, I'm concerned for my equipment, but I promise you, Max, I will get you out. Please stay on me because the world does deserve a Mike Akinkoye interview. He's an incredible player, and I think you're right. Deserves any level he wants to be playing at. But has found a home here with Virginia Dream and other like players. A lot of guys on this level. Here comes Noah Murdaugh. Didn't want to miss his chance to get wet and run around here. 60th minute will be a drop ball. Sent back all the way to Elsier. Elsier puts it up the field. And Murdaugh will get his first touches, sends it inside. Goodness gracious, what a storm it is. I don't know if I've ever felt rain this heavy. There's a late challenge. Boma right around midfield. Oh, please hold. Equipment, please, please hold. Whether you believe in praying or wishing goodwill, please say something for my equipment. I hope it's okay. I don't mind getting wet, but I hope the camera and the router and hardware stays okay. The encoder. The wind blowing the rain sideways. Here comes Nick Beal, has a run down the near side. Beal cuts it inside. Chavez not going to be happy with that. I think Beal had an easy outlet to Angel Chavez, who was making that overlapping run down the near side, and two young players generally playing really well together. I think Beal just didn't see that option. Here's Portillo sending it outside for O'Neal. Return pass. Those two linking up well. Now all the way back. Niaza will turn it upfield. Now lumped forward. This will trickle innocuously back to Ahmed El-Sir. And across the midline. Goodness gracious. What a storm. Still 30 minutes left to play. Wouldn't mind calling this one a little early, but onwards we trudge. There's Kevin Zhu. Ball travels over to Chavez. Chavez has pace in front, sends it forward, clearly an offside that time. Nick Beal sitting behind that back line. Chance for LAIFC to send one up the field. This one well taken out of the air. A little scorpion kick. Back to Kaneshiro. Well, that's a bad back pass. Kaneshiro able to find the second ball. JP Kaneshiro down the line. No cohesion right now for LAIFC, and onwards we trudge. There's Niaza. Giron. Wube. And forward. A lot of time for Gustavo Gomez, but instead sent out. There's Portillo. Back to Murdaugh. Oh, that's the real Murdaugh. I don't know who was on the far side. But in any case, here's Chavez. Sending one in. Kaneshiro does well enough. Lumps one into the midfield. And back to Niaza. Here comes Murdaugh. Sends it out to Chavez. Chavez has one to beat. Takes it across the 6. Beal with the shot. How has that not gone in? What a pass from Chavez to Beal. This is not a miss that Beal will want to see again. The rain is letting up a little bit. We are grateful for it. Virginia Dream throw on the far side, flicked over the top. Now sent straight up. Chavez gets the first touch. Second ball not fully dealt with. Here's Akinkoye over to Murdaugh. Now down the line, Portillo making waves. And sent back to El-Sir, who has to just send this one out. As we mentioned, we've got some exciting matches coming up. 2 Super League matches, 9 p.m. tomorrow, Saturday. We'll have Villarreal, 5 p.m. And of course, at 5 p.m. we'll have that WPSL match. 6 p.m. will be USL2. We'll let you know how to find those on our socials, since the USL and USLW, and of course the WPSL matches will be available on another platform. Arlington match will be at 5 p.m. on Saturday. Arlington will also play on Sunday at 8:30. The Arlington WPSL teams. Virginia Dream will take on Blazers at Blazers, 8:30, Annandale High School on Saturday, and on the DMV Sports Media YouTube channel live. That's in UPSL action. Good skill from Matty Wube, but can't get it off his feet in time. Now flicked forward by Ben-Hur. Niaza will go home. Spoke too early on the departure of the rain. It's certainly back in full force. Then on Sunday, we have a crucial UPSL match at 5 p.m. It's Arlington Soccer Association hosting a VA Revolution. That's one that the Dream fans will want to pay attention to. It's got title implications. Here's one batted away by Ahmed El Seer. And LAIFC will play from the back. Super Soccer League Maryland Conference, Division 1 and 2 will play on Sunday all through the day. The match to watch out for, 5 p.m., Steel Pulse and Bowleys matching up in what could be one of the deciding factors for who will play the Virginia Super Conference champion. Good save again from El Seer. Bowleys and Steel Pulse locked up on points. Bowleys looking to gain the advantage and supplant Steel Pulse as the top team in the North. Tune in live on DMV Sports Media YouTube. And then at 8 p.m. we'll have the start of the American Premier League. I know I'm going to confuse some people. There's an American Premier League here in Northern Virginia, completely unaffiliated with the APSL. Don't have word on which teams that will be, but we will have it live on the DMV Sports Media platform. Whole host of games to tune into. A identity hybrid will play at 7 p.m. on Saturday in the Maryland Conference, the UPSL DMV North. This one's sent in. Chavez can't get his foot behind this one. And the score remains 5-0. One's launched upfield, takes a bounce. Kaneshiro. Bouncing off the challenge. Kaneshiro, what can he find? Has an option outside. The flag will go. Matty Wube in behind this Dream back line. 20 minutes left to play in this one. And the Yazo will send it forward. There's O'Neal. Getting down range now. Over the top. El Seer stays on his line, forcing LAIFC to send it out. Dream will have a throw. Here's Murdaugh for Nick Beal. Beal plunging forward. Second ball contested by Murdaugh. Now out of the air from Akinkoye, still in the mix. Good intervention from Rendon. Now Pierre Cornell looking for Ben-Hur. Can't make the connection. Now Akinkoye. An audacious ball will not find Chavez that time. Now Ben-Hur. Back inside. And Dream, only back on the ball. We'll start from home. Across midfield, no takers for that one, no recipients. LAIFC. Meanwhile, we'll get forward. That's Angel sending it back. Still going. Sent in for Pierre Cornell. Cornell will get the foul. That's a set piece for the benefit of LAIFC. An opportunity to send one forward. Looks like Mark Silva will step on for Virginia Dream. Here comes a delivery. Bumped into a good area, sent towards goal, and saved. Angel rose well for that one, but couldn't impart his own power behind it. No direction. Goalkeeper had an easy field day with that. Good one-time pass out to Murdaugh. A lot of space for Silva. Silva threading the needle. It's a well-timed ball. Chavez, what can he find? Takes it to a narrow angle. Elsear making another great save at the near post. Chavez caught between two decisions there. Took himself to a narrow angle and could not find any of his colleagues in the middle. Dream passing, putting themselves to sleep. They have got it back. Here comes Zoo. Screaming one towards the corner. Silva picks up the second ball. Good turn there. Lovely turn. O'Neal taking the shot on. What a save from Ahmed Elsear. Keeping that one out. He's done a fantastic job keeping the score as it is. What a turn, though. Look at this thing of beauty from O'Neal. Narrowly unable to capitalize with what would have been goal of the season, or at least a candidate. We're going to switch the corner kick over to the far side. Silva standing over it. A rare departure from Mike Akinkoye taking the corners. Silva will get his chance now. Sent into a good area. Sent towards frame, but just over. And here we go. O'Neal back to Murdaugh. O'Neal keeping it going. And here is Chavez. First time ball to the back post. Well collected by Ahmed Elsear. What a turn there. Angel Pushing through the contact, and then we'll give away the foul. Good battle between those two. Now Silva looking for a colleague. He's got Chavez. Chavez not going to get to this one. It's a goal kick to come. Luis Aguilar will step on. It's the veteran coming on for the youngster. Two equally electric players of a different generation. Chavez showing his class today. Maybe wasn't as consistent and as clinical as he would have liked, but certainly you saw the flashes. You saw what he's capable of, and I'd love to see him back in form soon, in full form. This one's sent out to Aguilar. His first touch is a good one, but Murdaugh in behind, and Murdaugh will be addressed for that one. Now sent back. Here comes Silva down the line. Takes the deflection out. Corner kick to come. Lofted into a good area. Yalza was there, but sent away by this LAIFC back line. Another corner kick to come. Aguilar will take. This one's sent across. And nothing doing. Dream still on the ball. Nothing new. Here comes the pressure. Murdaugh will send it over to Niaza. Well, that's a miscue. Ben-Hur waiting for support to get forward. We'll send it back. Good movement. There's a turn. He's got Murdaugh in support. Instead sends it over to Aguilar. Aguilar looking for the early pass. Laporte caught in possession and dispossessed. Here comes Aguilar. Now Murdaugh threading the needle just behind O'Neal. And the medals here will play us in. Immediate pressure from the Dream, and pressure pays off. There's Beal finding Aguilar. Aguilar sends it in. Corner kick to come. Just about 9 minutes to play. In this contest. So far it looks like the equipment is held up. Won't know for sure until later, but we're still going. This one's sent into a good area. Is there a second delivery? LAI FC have a bit of breathing room. It's sent across to Ben-Hur. Onwards we play. There's Zoo. Back to Silva. Now Zoo. Ben-Hur will carry forward. Still going. Has no window for help. But we'll have the foul. The initial foul is given. No advantage was present. And now Dream will play from the back. Matty Wube back. And just a giveaway. Dream's ball is a good one. Silva gets to the corner. Still going. Top of the 18. Shot taken. And just wide. Great delivery. But no final action. And onwards we play. Good take out of the air from Ben-Hur. Immediately contested by O'Neal. And Dream will have an opportunity to deliver one. Akinkoye finding Silva. Back to Akinkoye now. Beal checking well, but couldn't quite get it outside. And Silva has Niaza. Now Zoo working through the bodies. Now Murdaugh looking for the return pass. Noah Murdaugh puts it in. What a golazo for the Dream and for Noah Murdaugh. Fantastic give and go, one-touch passing. And Dream, who had been a little stagnant here in the second half, back to their scoring ways with a delicious piece of build-up play. 6-0 is the scoreline. They're late in the game. Murdaugh pinging it off of Nick Beal, who touched it perfectly and gave Noah Murdaugh all the time and space. A slot one in past El Sear from close range. Final moments of this game, just about 4 to play. Sent out wide. And surprise, surprise, the rain is back in full force. I don't know if it ever really left. It's been that kind of week. Last night, no different. Actually, last night was less rain, more wind. Oh, Kevin Zoo playing with fire, but living dangerously and succeeding with it. Aguilar down the line. His ball gets touched out. Murdaugh. Back out to Benavidez. Niaza looking to Silva. Silva sees something he likes, puts it in. Oh, fantastic ball back. Now down for Beal. Golazo. Dream waking up here in the final moments of this game and putting another one in. Lovely build up, lovely finish. And Nick Beal has scored another. I believe that's a hat trick for Beal. Correct me if I'm wrong, but at least a hat trick. I'm losing track, in all honesty. I'm not sure who 24 is. Don't really have a roster. Well, the roster is in my pocket, but it's too wet to check that. 7-0 is the score line. Dream still in the driver's seat, and then some. I think that's the understatement of the century. This one sent into the corner. Silva looking for a window in towards goal. Probably did a little too much. And LAIFC will try to play out. It's Matty Wube. Leaving it for his colleague. There's Niaza. All the way back home, and again. Oh, lovely acceleration there from Murdaugh. We'll send it in behind. Not enough direction and pace to find Aguilar. And Alcier will squeak it through, finding a colleague. Oh, Shambolic at the back. The outlet pass bounces off the head. Second ball falls for Aguilar. Now Beal turning. He's kept on side. And Gomez touches it out at the expense of another throw. Dream just having fun right now. And why not? Here's Akinkoye. Back to Zoo. There's Murdaugh now. Has Aguilar in support. Luis Aguilar. Going back. Now outside. Oh, fantastic work between those two. Now to the back post. It's only partially cleared. Cornell gets a longer touch. Now Murdaugh trying to find Akinkoye. Matty Wube turns it over. Well, takes a deflection and out. And in all likelihood, I think we're going to see the final whistle any moment now. Thanks for joining us here today for the Super Soccer League contest under adverse conditions. We're happy to have been able to bring this one to you wherever you're watching from, and we hope you'll tune in for the rest of the Super League matches here in Virginia and then on Sunday in Maryland. It's a shame that our two matches of the weekend are both at the exact same time. Steel Pulse and Bowleys at 5 p.m. The determined Super Soccer League Maryland Division 1, and of course VA Revolution Pro against Arlington SA. And a crucial top of the table contest for the UPSL DMV South A. But you don't have to choose one. You can just open up two tabs on the laptop, switch back and forth, or rather put one on the laptop, put one on the TV. Hey, maybe you even have multiple TVs. I don't know. You can put one on each. In any case, here comes Aguilar, sends it across, begs for a finish, still might get one, heroically cleared. Murdaugh still going, takes the shot and scores. Noah Murdaugh will find his way onto the scoreline in the late stages of this one. Final moments of the game. Noah Murdaugh has made it 8. And take a look at the replay. 8-0 is your final score. Not a thing Ahmed Alcier can do to keep that one out. It's going to be a long drive home for the LAIFC side, but Virginia Dream just too strong tonight, and they have scored 8 unanswered. And that is the final whistle. Thanks for joining us here on DMV Sports Media live on YouTube. Appreciate you joining us for the coverage here. I am not going to say a whole lot. Drop a like on the video if you enjoyed what you watched. Subscribe to the channel. Please, please, please tell me I earned your subscription tonight. If you haven't joined already, please join our growing community. We've got lots to watch over the weekend. And of course, lots more to come as NPSL heats up, UPSL wraps up playoffs, and all of our leagues reach their exciting climax. I'm Noah Walker, signing off. Have a good night, ladies and gentlemen.